Today we're installing the Z1 GT exhaust, the touring exhaust. We have the wide pipe that it comes with, a resonated mid pipe, and then a straight through muffler system with the tips. These are my old tips we're gonna try to get going. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna get everything cut open up and we're gonna wipe everything down with isopropyl. And the reason why we do that is because there's residue from the pipes. You're touching it and the exhaust heats up. It can leave handprints, fingerprints, and stains. This thing is gonna get thrashed. So it kind of doesn't matter, but it's good practice to install things like properly.
Music player on Ridge City FM. Your essential sound.
Okay, so now that we have everything wiped down really good, we're gonna move on to removing the stock exhaust. And one thing that I really recommend with getting these exhausts off, instead of like removing the hangers, which you can do if you don't have it, exhaust hanger removal tool. It's like 20 bucks. It's got a lifetime warranty from O'Reilly's, or you can order it from Amazon, but Auto Parts lifetime warranty, pretty good. Okay, so now we have the whole exhaust taken off. Just the cats right now. We're gonna hit this with a steel brush, these threads, because they're kind of super corroded. When I was taking these off, it's a 14 millimeter, but they're so corroded that a 13 millimeter had to do. But because it's only the cats right now, we have to start it up. We have to.
Oh my God! Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
Now that we have everything steel brushed, you hit this with the steel brush. You hit this mating point, just so you get a nice closed seal when you throw everything together. We can begin with the exhaust. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be installing from forward to aft, but we're not gonna be tightening everything down entirely. Once we have everything put down, then we're gonna tighten from the front to the back, just so that everything sits nicely kind of where they wanna be. Okay, so in your hardware bags, you'll be having a single bag like this, which is for the Y pipe that it comes with, and everything else here is for the rest of the exhaust.
What's up, little guy?
Upon further investigation, it came with 3 exhaust gaskets. I was thinking that this one is like 2, but there's like spot welds on both of them. But we have 3, so we have the one there with the Y pipe. We reused the cat gaskets because they're relatively new for me. I replaced them fairly recently, within the last couple months, so they might still be okay and not leak. We have 3 gaskets. There's one that connects from the muffler to this, also a nice dent that it came with. These 2 connect with 1 gasket, and then that one connects with 1 gasket. We got 3. I don't know if this kit is supposed to come with cat hardware. We have all of the exhausts bolted up. Everything bolted up pretty well. There seems to be some sort of clearance issue right here on evap canister. I don't know, this metal thing is right on top of the hanger here. The heat shield for the muffler, right on top of that. Other than that, everything went in great. The welds on this are really nice. Everything is very cleanly done. No splatters. The nice thing with this exhaust is that it is a straight through exhaust. Ooh, let me get a light. The exhaust is not restrictive. It flows straight through. The nice thing with this as well When you're on the freeway, especially with this resonator, all of the extra sound waves and the drone will be trapped in here and in here before it comes out the exhaust. And when you want the exhaust to be loud and you have more exhaust flow coming through, it'll bypass some of the muffler to have a loud sound when you want and a quiet sound when you're driving slower, when you don't want it to. Very nice. The thing that I'm very confused about this kit, after installing everything, it came with 6 extra bolts. And I'm not sure what that's for, because we have 2 bolts and nuts there. We have 2 bolts and nuts where the muffler connects. But 6 extra bolts, and then an extra exhaust flange or exhaust gasket. So maybe I got scammed, because we got a bunch of extra stuff here. We got a nice old dent right here, and yeah, I don't know. Okay, now that we have everything loosely tightened up, we're gonna torque everything, and the torque spec is okay. Now that we have everything installed, we can put the tips on. And the nice thing with these tips is that these are fully adjustable. These are fully adjustable, so these can slide in or out. You could flip these around. I think the stock way is like this, but I have my bumper cut out for my previous exhaust. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip them inside out like this, and then I'm gonna stick the tips up so they kind of poke out a little bit. I am going to be using these tips for the first sound comparison. I will be chopping these and making these fit all nicely. Interior sounds the sound is very smooth. You don't have a drone, it's not raspy. I'm at 3,000 RPMs right now. Not much of an interior sound. If I get myself up to a nice freeway speed, put it in 6th gear around 2,000 RPMs, this is holding speed right now. Very nice and quiet. And if I get on it a little bit, you can hear the exhaust with that whole straight through muffler resonator thing going on. Very nice. Then if I want to hear the exhaust, very nice. Perfect. It's perfect. It's just enough to hear when you want to shift. If you're driving hard, you can hear the exhaust, but it's not a burden when you are on the freeway. Some of the interior drone. I'm at 3,000 RPM, which is usually like freeway speeds. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as like a lot of raspy cars, a lot of raspy VQs are, you know? But it's old on long road trips. Sixth gear. Sixth gear, about freeway speed limit. Yeah. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as it could be. But there is a drone.